Today we're going to LA so we can hit a chest day. I just want to see the gym over there because I recently upgraded and I was like, what if I go to the one in LA? So I can bring someone in and I can go to any gym. So we're gonna go check it out. I think it's gonna be fun. Alright, so we just got back from LA and I don't have much time to make this. I'm not even sure what I'm gonna talk about 100%, but I want to talk about something that I've been learning this past month, right? So this past month I've been on a intentional cut. Okay, I say intentional because before I was cutting, I was just like free balling it, just let it go as balls to the wall. I was just eating whatever was in my sight, and calling it bulking. I was calling it bulking. I was just eating whatever, even eating fast food. And I was just calling it bulking. Um, and it's not till I wasn't tracking anything a month and a half ago. Like from July to like December, I wasn't really tracking anything. November is when I started to actually try to eat cleaner. November, December, somewhere around there. And I started to actually eat cleaner, but I wasn't tracking it still. And so this past month, I was like, I'm eating the right stuff, but how much of the right stuff am I eating? Am I eating enough? Right? I wasn't being very consistent with my tracking. I was just like free balling it. And so this past month, I've been doing my cardio. I've been doing my weight training, like with the intentional resistance training, like not just throwing the weight around. And I've been tracking my calories. I've been tracking my steps, and I post on my story too. I post my steps. I post my 5 a.m. push-ups. I post me like doing a workout. So I've been doing this for the past month, and the first 2 weeks, I saw nothing happen. Right when I took my shirt off in January, I think January 14th, I was like, whoa, I I was fluffy, like fluffier than I thought, thinking that I was eating all this stuff and I was just putting on mass and like into my muscles, which was not the case. And now that I think about it, I was posting from July to the present day, but I was posting the whole time about my physique. It didn't look bad, but surely my belly area was like it was like boom, like over. It was over my waist, right? And it still is a little bit right now. But this past month, I decided to just not free ball and start to track my steps, my calories, and my workouts. Like really science based lifting, I guess, from lack of words right now. And the first 2 weeks, I saw no results. I was actually just about to give up. Sounds crazy, right? Like just 2 weeks of doing consistent cardio, consistent tracking, and I was like, okay, what now? Like I don't see anything happening. That was the inner voice in me. The inner voice was like, nothing has happened, which means this is not working, which means you should give up, which means go back to what you were doing. Until until I said to myself, go back to what you were doing. I said no, no. What I was doing led me to where I was in January. And January was I was fluffy, much fluffier than I should have been. I had muscle, yeah, but it wasn't showing. I had no definition. And so since January to like February the 1st, I saw no results. I was about to give up. But I was like, how stupid of me would it be to expect to be shredded in 2 weeks How stupid of me would it be to just assume that I would lose all this weight and just look veiny in the first 2 weeks of doing cardio and tracking my steps, tracking my calories? How dumb would that be? If someone told me what I had just what I had just done, if someone told me that, I would look at them as stupid. You done it for 2 weeks and you expect it to be like fucking all veiny? You expect to like lose all that fat that took you months to build up? If it took you months or years to build up that fat, it's going to take you quite a while. Not as long, but still going to take you a while. And so I was thinking, bro, why am I being unreasonable right now? That in 2 weeks I should just have all my problems solved. And so I kept consistent for another 3 weeks. So 5 weeks total. I checked my physique like a couple days ago. I see a huge difference. I don't look the best still. I still have that some side fat that I still need to lose. But I can sure tell it's working. It's working. It's actually working. And now I have the knowledge on what works. I know what works now. And I can just double down on it now. I have the knowledge. All I had to do was be in a deficit. All I had to do was get my protein in. All I had to do was just do my steps. And all I had to do was just weight train. Just those 4 things alone. Eat clean foods. Eat clean foods. Do not eat processed foods. At least keep it to a minimum. I still eat it here and there, but it sure damn wasn't how it was like a few months ago. All I had to do was do the right things. I was doing the correct things. I was doing the right things, but I wasn't doing it for long enough to see the results of my work, to see the fruit of my labor. My labor was tracking my steps. My labor was tracking my foods. My labor was weight training. I kept all those things up. I didn't see the fruit until like a couple days ago. It took me a whole month of consistency to see some progress. And now that I know I saw some progress, I know that it's working. I can start to see more definition in my abs. I just unlocked the vein in my forearm. Pretty cool. I'm not really in it for the veins, but it is pretty cool, honestly. I'm not gonna lie here. But I know that I was better than this. I looked fluffy when I was starting to cut. When I just started to cut, I was fluffy, thinking I looked good. And I had to drop my ego. Why is my mic like that? I had to drop my ego and say, whatever I'm doing right now is not working, so I had to try something new. And that's the part that people don't overcome. They don't know what's going to work. And yes, I didn't know what was going to work. So I researched and researched and researched. YouTube, just YouTube. I saw I started to see different videos to see, okay, what's common in most of these videos about trying to lose weight or trying to recomposition, or trying to like, what's the best foods to eat? What's common? And I took the most common things. There's evidence. I was like, okay, I'm gonna at least try one of these solutions. I'm gonna at least try. I'm gonna input some of these advices or pieces of advice that I see online. I was like, okay, the time is gonna pass anyways. I can either do the same things that I'm doing, or I can try something new to attempt to get leaner. And I don't think many people are willing to make that trade, to drop their ego, just say, what I'm doing is not working, and try to make a change. If I kept doing what I was doing, I was gonna be, I don't even know what I was gonna be. I see improvement, and now I know what works, and now I can double down on it. There's still probably information that I don't know yet that will help me I just haven't found out yet. But most people would have given up within like the first 2 to 3 weeks. I think it's proven that like after the New Year's, after 2 weeks, I think that's when most people drop all their New Year's resolution goals. I think you might have to fact check on me, but I think there was actually a proven thing or study that said after 2 weeks, people just drop all their New Year goals. All the resolutions are just gone out the window. And I was about to be one of those people. And I might be one of those people in different aspects, but with my physique, I was like, there's no way I can go back to what I was doing and expect a different result. So I'm going to keep doing this. I made a story that I didn't know if these steps are going to work. I didn't know. I made a story. I was walking on the treadmill and I was talking to the camera saying, I'm on the treadmill right now. I don't know if what I'm doing is working, but I'm going to sure damn hell try. And that was like a week into the cut of trying to actually like lean down. And from what I see in the mirror, what I see in progress pictures, it's working. Right? I still have some fat to lose. I still have some muscle to gain. This is not my final dream physique. My dream physique is nowhere near this. But I sure am getting closer with the knowledge. And just the most important part, being consistent with it. You probably are doing the right things. You're just not doing it for long enough. And you have to be willing to just go a long time without seeing any result. And for me, a month wasn't a long time, but sure damn hell showed a little bit of progress that I was heading in the right direction. And so I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing right now. Keep tracking the steps. Keep trying to get lean. And when I go back to bulking again, it's not gonna be dirty bulking. It's gonna be lean bulking. Tracking how many calories I need to eat every single day. And this goes with aspects of social media. This goes with aspects of like other parts of your life. Just social media is off the top of my head. How many times do you have to post in order to get some result back? Some sort of, I don't know, like some sort of result, just for lack of better words. I don't know. The point is though, like, if I would have given up in those 2 weeks, I wouldn't have seen the progress I could be making right now. I would have seen it. So if you think you're doing the right steps, just know that the results are going to come later. It's called delayed gratification. You've heard of it. Delayed gratification, doing something right now for a result in the future. And that delayness, whatever you call it, can be a month, 2 months, 5 months, 6 months. You just have to keep grinding, keep waiting. Impatient with the inputs and patient with the output. That's all it is. So if you think you're on the right path, and you know you're on the right path and you're doing the right things, you're just not seeing the results, you're not doing it for long enough, or you're just not doing it frequently. I could also be doing this for long enough, but if I was doing my 10,000 steps for like 3 out of 7 days, I wouldn't see the results. I made sure to get 10,000 every single day for the past month. So you're probably patient, but how consistent are you during that time? You gotta be consistent. And this is what I think most people aren't willing to do. They aren't willing to trade their time because their ego's too big that they just want to see the results quick because they just deserve it. No. The world doesn't owe me anything. Nor are you. Unless you do the work. It's all about the work. As cliche as it sounds, the reason why you hear the big dogs say the same things is because that's how simple it is. But people aren't willing to do that. So I hope this is your sign to just keep being consistent. Whatever it is that you're doing, if you know that you're doing the right inputs, it's just a matter of time when the results will come. And it just showed in my physique, in my physique, it showed the improvements. It's not big improvements, but it sure damn is much better than where I was a month ago. That's all it takes. Just consistency. Consistent. Be consistent. You could be doing the right things, but if you don't do it long enough, you're not going to see the fruits of your labor. All right? Hope this helped, and I'll see you guys in the next one.